Welcome, everyone, to the 2003 Fort Lauderdale Offshore Grand Prix, coming to you from beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Hi, everyone. I'm Mr. Lipari on behalf of Jeff Girardi and the rest of the Freeze Frame video production crew. This is the 6th national race for the APBA Pro Tour this season. Now, this is a 5-race event. We'll have races 1 and 2 this morning and 3, 4, and 5 this afternoon. In races 1 and 2, we'll have the Outlaw Performance PX, the Outlaw Performance V, and the Performance Turbine classes. And in race number 2, the Super Cat and the Super Cat Light. Now, this afternoon in races 3, 4, and 5, we've got the classes consisting of Super V, Super V Light, Factory 1 and 2, Outlaw Performance 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the One Design class. Now, let's get to the national point standings before this race in Super Cat and Super Cat Light. In Super Cat is Bacardi Silver in first place, followed by WHM Motorsports. Reliable Carriers in third, Airborne Big Thunder Marine in fourth. In Super Cat Light is Liquid Metal, then In Contempt, Dirty Duck, and Page Racing. And those are your national point standings in Super Cat and Super Cat Light. Now, we should tell you that in Super Cat, WHM Motorsports and Reliable Carriers are fairly close, with WHM having 438 points, Reliable 425, a 13-point difference there. In Super Cat Light, it's Liquid Metal and In Contempt fairly close, with Liquid Metal 503 points, In Contempt 456. Of course, the national champions will be crowned after Tampa. Now, the competitors for today's races 1 and 2 include, first off, in race number 1 in the Outlaw PX class is Bacardi Silver, and how sweet it is. In Outlaw Performance V, Switch Sentient Racing. And in the Performance Turbine class, it's Callan Marine. In race number 2, it's Super Cat, the Reliable Carriers, Brioski, Bacardi Silver, and WHM Motorsports. Super Cat Light, Liquid Metal, Pacemaker, Dirty Duck, How Sweet It Is, and In Contempt. Those are your competitors in races 1 and 2. Now, the sponsors for this event here in Fort Lauderdale include the Toy Store, Shooter's Waterfront Cafe, and the Radisson Bahia Mar Resort and Yachting Center. Of course, the money raised from this event goes to the group Kids in Distress. The Radisson Bahia Mar Resort is also the headquarters for this race. Great facility overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Now, the APBA sponsors for the 2003 racing season include GMC Vortec, Mercury Racing, Snap-on, Formula Racing, Sterling Performance, BioClean, and also Racing Communications and Jewel Yacht Transport, and many, many more. The APBA officials include Mr. Michael Allweiss, Jim Poplin from the Stars Rescue Team, Dee Kimes, the chief scorer, Paula Brew, and Mike Tomlinson, who is the chief referee, and many, many more. And a special thanks to Michelle Schmidt for helping to orchestrate this event here in Fort Lauderdale. Now, the freeze frame onboard cameras for races 1 and 2 this morning include a camera on board WHM Motorsports, 2 on Bacardi Silver. The Switch has 1, 2 on board Callan Marine, and 1 on Dirty Duck. And that is for a total of 7 cameras for you, onboard cameras, in races 1 and 2. So as we await race number 1, let's mill around the dry pits area. We'll take a look at one of these boats here that has offshoreonly.com on its side. Of course, offshoreonly.com is a partial sponsor for this event here in Fort Lauderdale for us. Special thanks to offshoreonly.com. How sweet it is. Pier 57. The 2003 APBA racing season winding down. We'll have the national championships in Tampa in a couple of weeks. This, of course, being the 6th national stop on the APBA Pro Tour. Snap-on Talking Tools. Advanced Transmission Center. All right, very shortly we will be airborne to bring you race number 1 here at the 2003 Fort Lauderdale Offshore Grand Prix. All right, as you can see now, we are airborne. The sun is out, blue skies, and overlooking the beach of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Getting ready for race number 1, the PX classes. All right, there we see some of the boats now beginning to line up.